Another Apple rumor has emerged around the M1 chip. Now, when we saw the M1 show up on the laptops, a lot of people in our space, in the video production world, a lot of people on the tech side of things started to wonder what this might mean for the performance model Mac computers. Like, what about these really expensive MacBook Pros and Mac Pros? Are they all dead? Do we throw them straight in the trash now that the M1 exists? And you kind of do. To a certain extent, you kind of do. Mm-hmm. But this isn't the extent of what's possible with or through Apple Silicon, and they're not going to end it there, obviously. This is a consumer level, in fact, entry level computing product for Apple, the Mac Mini and the MacBook Air, a little bit less so the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So you know they got to bring more for the bigger laptop, and certainly if they continue to make a Pro model computer. And they're going to possibly be able to completely disrupt that other area of the marketplace for the chip makers, Intel and AMD, who sell to the workstation crowd. If they can provide the type of performance improvements we saw on the laptop side, on the consumer level side with the M1 chip, if they can do the same in the desktop, things get scary. Uh-huh. And so originally, when this was being talked about, the rumor was around a 32-core version. And that sounded tremendous given the performance gains that we're seeing on the mobile chip. However, now we have some new speculation based on a tweet. The tweet comes via Leaks Apple Pro. And let me read the tweet to you, all right?
All right.
You're going to love this. In quote, 64 cores, LOL, will tell you soon. It's all it takes. If you're Leaks Apple, if you're Leaks Apple Pro, it's all you guys spit out right there.
He's actually Ming Chi.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just trolling on Twitter.
He's a sub account, another account.
Yeah.
That's true, man, because you never see the faces of a lot of leakers.
Yeah.
Especially not originally. Now there's a few leakers that are proud of it, but the OG leakers, you never saw those guys.
Yeah.
That's what kept them leaking.
On Mac Rumors website, he can be really, professional. Mm-hmm. But on Twitter, he can be
known elsewhere. leak over here. Know me over here, but I leak over there. Yeah, you can definitely get some things done like that. I mean, Apple themselves could run some of these leaks accounts, see what the response is, and then go, oh yeah, we should probably make that. Look at the reaction, or vice versa, no reaction.
Federighi.
Anyway, Leaks Apple Pro hinted that Cupertino is working on a massive 64-core ARM-based chip for future iterations of the Mac Pro. Now, I got to believe this is going to take some time. Apple's custom 5-nanometer ARM-based silicon performs exceptionally well in native workloads. In software written for ARM chips, the 8-core Apple M1 hangs in there with top-end Ryzen and Tiger Lake chips. So the 64-core chip could offer some intense performance for the creative types and the video editors specifically. I guess some maybe even 3D type artists, things like this. Yeah. Although they're typically more on the GPU side. Anyway, nonetheless, a 64-core Mac Pro would cost you, I don't know, 30 grand to start, something like that. Mm-hmm. So this is not a mass market thing, but it will be a bragging rights thing. It will be an F1 car type of thing. It'll be like, look at the benchmark.
Yeah.
Just export a video in 5 seconds. Get on my face.
64 cores.
Yes.
And what?
Yeah. But easy there, Will. Jeez, man.
Is this actually good for Intel and AMD? Because they can step it up and be like, hey, we got 108 cores or something like that. It will be kind of like more competition.
Competition is great for the customer. I don't know how great it is for Intel or AMD. I mean, Intel previously would have been selling Apple the chips to sell you.
Yeah.
So every Apple computer sold would benefit Intel directly. Mm-hmm. Now they're totally out of that game. They have a lot more work to do. They can't just make the sales deal. So maybe it probably help the end user ultimately, which is really what we're about. Competition.